Okay, so we're talking about tacking up now. We have to have the order of tacking up correct to be able to get the saddle to fit correctly on each horse. There are several things that we're going to be looking at. One is the pad. We want to make sure that whenever we check our pad out that we actually use our bare hand all over that pad where it's going to be touching that horse. Make sure that there are no cuckleburrs or thorns or rocks or anything caught up in the fleece of that pad that are going to cause any sores on your horse's back. So this one is clean. You can usually tell which way a pad goes on a horse. The leather is usually going to be towards the front of the pad, and sometimes it'll even have a piece of leather right here on the top of it as well. But you can see that there's a small gap here, and then there's a large gap back here in the back of it. And that's going to show the difference between the two, okay? This is the front, this is the back. So I'm just going to test my horse out. You know, if I'm working with a horse that's not used to being saddled, I always want to let them go up here and just check it out and make sure that they don't have any problems or reservations with it. If they do, they're certainly going to tell you what it is. And we're going to go ahead and put this pad on, and you can see that I'm putting it on way too far forward on the horse. I'm actually going to bring that pad up to the neck whenever I'm putting it on, and here's why. All of the horse's hair goes in a certain direction, and when I put this on, I want to slide it back and get all of that hair going back in the direction it should be. It's kind of like if you wear a cap all day and your hair is turned the wrong way, it can kind of get a little itchy. It's the same way with a horse. If you can imagine the friction of a saddle on a horse's back with the hair turned the wrong direction. Now you can see that this has this little piece of leather right here. The purpose of this leather is your cinch that comes down through here. It creates a little bit of pressure on the end of, or the edge of this pad, and this just keeps it from fraying this fabric. That's the only point of it. So we want to make sure that this leather is up there where the cinch is going to come down off of the saddle. All right, so there's your pad, it's on. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the saddle on top of that.